Sup everyone, Darkscream217 here. With me is a special guest, Big Al 2K6.
What's up, guys?
And we're doing another Memory Lane. And this time we decided to go with a very unique pattern if you haven't seen Big Al's Memory Lane yet. It is going to be on our origins of YouTube, how we came to be, our origin story, so to speak.
And no, it doesn't involve a spider.
Nah, no. Nor dead parents, nor
or
exploding planets,
or gamma rays.
nothing.
Just
Or
shitty
cosmic
videos.
rays, none of that either. But unlike Al's origin, where he actually started making videos off, then started going to rants, I actually started with rants from the get go. I will explain in intense detail on
Oh
how
boy.
this came to be. Because I think my origins are a little more interesting than the video itself, because it's cheap audio and a screen cap or two.
hmm
So around 2008, December 2008, I've been watching videos from Big Al. I've been checking out, every night I check out to see if Magus X1 uploaded anything new. And this was like when Magus was climbing with subscribers too, and he made some pretty interesting videos and a rather controversial one too that I really like. Um, and when my college year was starting up again, I was, I was, sorry, I was thinking about jumping on this little bandwagon, see if I can, put my 2 cents on a rant, get involved in the community,
hmm
and as well as earn some respect from people, or disrespect, one of the two. But I decided to take that huge risk because I thought it would be entertaining to voice my opinions and stuff. So after looking at everyone else, I decided I wanted to model myself after Magus X1, because, no offense Al, I thought he was the best one out of the group at the time.
Yeah, no, no, not taken.
So I actually messaged Magus, I wanted to do this, can you give me some advice on how to make videos and stuff? And he messaged me back, gave me some thoughts, and over the weekend, no, it was, yeah, it was actually through a duration of the week that I was getting ready to make a video. Um, and I even and I was actually at the same time befriending K87 Jury, aka the Hate Washu, who used to be a guest on my channel for quite some time, um, making some very interesting videos, including this one commentary we did on Nitroxus, good times. But I also went to him for advice because it turns out he makes YouTube videos too, but for different reasons. He was part of the creationist versus evolutionist debate thing.
Oh
I
boy.
just wanted to make videos expressing thoughts on entertainment stuff such as anime, manga, video games, etc., etc. Because, some people find entertainment in talking about religion. I don't. So, doing this, I was thinking to myself, what could be the video that I could start off with a good impact? Oh, by the way, warning ahead, the equipment I had on the time was Windows Movie Maker
Of course.
and an Xbox Live microphone. It
Oh.
turns out if you have a wired USB XBL mic and you plug it into your computer with the microphone attached, it works. It freaking
Huh.
works.
Huh.
So, with that material as well as the script, well, I haven't gotten the script yet. I thought, well, what's the video I can do? Well, Street Fighter 4 is about a year's away. Oh, yeah, about a year's away from time, or less, or about 6 months, whatever. The Street Fighter 4 was coming soon. Before that, I was excited for Street Fighter 4 that it was coming back after almost 10 years of almost nothing. Um, but when I was interested in Street Fighter, I did the stupid thing by looking up some forums on GameFAQs because no, not forums, message boards on GameFAQs. They're basically forums too, but whatever. And most of it's just complaining and negativity and a bunch of other bullshit. And I
How
was,
dare they make it 3D?
yeah, complaints like that. I was like, really? Nobody can be excited over the fact that Street Fighter's coming back again and stuff? And there was this one guy who made several YouTube videos saying that the game's going to be awful. Keep in mind, hasn't even come out yet. The full character roster wasn't even been announced yet. And the whole Gokin thing was still a rumor at the time. and he was just complaining about the game left and right and comparing it to a couple of SNK fighting games, basically paying himself to be a gigantic SNK fanboy. And he even made a follow-up video called Street Fighter 4 is Street Fighter EX4. He's just complaining, whining, complaining. I don't even know how I sat through the video throughout that video. I'm pretty sure it was like 20 minutes long too.
Huh.
But I posted, this guy was just whining out, but posted a comment saying, "Hey man, Capcom's not that bad of a company." Well, back then I thought that, and
Yeah.
he replies and calls me a corporate slave, despite the fact that he acts like the biggest SNK fanboy while he was complaining about this video. You can't find the video now; he took it down. I don't even know who the YouTube user is, but I'll talk about him while we're watching the video. And I'm like, so I want to do a rant which was also inspired by Kitty DCE. Name ring a bell, Al?
Yep. Our good old pal Random.
Random DCE's previous channel before he became Random DCE, he was Kitty DCE. I was skimming through stuff about Transformers Animated, and I stumbled upon his YouTube video where he actually defended the show because it was getting a lot of backlash for some of the same silly reasons as Street Fighter 4. Basically, people were judging the art style, complaining about things that were never completely revealed yet. And as inspired by him, I kind of want to do the same thing, but with Street Fighter 4. And thus, my Street Fighter 4 rant, I scripted it, I recorded it, I edited it, I played it back, I uploaded it onto YouTube. I was nervous as hell. I sent it to Magus himself and was like, hey, I want you to assess this video, see if I did a good job. Magus loved the video, he plugged it, and I got like a 30 subscriber boost from that, and that's how it came to be. So you guys are going to hardly listen to my Street Fighter 4 rants while I talk a little more about it, okay? Here we go. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Alright, I'll play. 3, 2, 1, play. Of course, Windows Movie Maker.
Hello YouTubers, Darkscream217 here, and I'm going to do my first rant as inspired by Magus X1, Big Al 2K6, and
This is my
other
first
YouTubers.
rant. You don't
This is
fucking
actually my
say.
first video, so I might be sloppy doing this. Bear with me if you can.
Bear with me
Now,
if you can.
this might be a little too late to talk about.
Did you
but
record
I
this
really
with a
wanted to
potato?
on my
I
channel.
told you, with an Xbox Live microphone.
Ever
They're
since
not really
Street
high
Fighter
quality.
4
Have you
has
been on
announced
an
the
Xbox
arcade
Live
and home
chat?
consoles,
No, and I refuse to.
They're
complaints
not
about
that
this
good
left
call.
and
They're
right,
not
and
that good
it
quality,
hasn't
or at
even
least
been
the
released yet.
standard microphones aren't.
And most of these complaints are coming from the old school Street Fighter fan base.
Yeah, it's
Or
funny. This was
basically
around the
the fighting
time
game,
when graphic cores
fan
were coming
base
out and
themselves.
complaining about, I think it was
As a
Mega Man
Street Fighter
9 for
fan
being
myself,
8-bit.
I've been looking forward to the
Uh-huh.
game
It turns
that
out there's
was
an
announced
opposite
sometime in
spectrum where people are
October
complaining about,
2007, I believe.
modernized 3D graphics.
I
That
reserved
they
the game,
would rather
and I hope to
refer
pick
to
it
the
up
times of
sometime
Street Fighter 3,
early
which had wonderful
2009,
animation, wonderful,
which I think is
you
the
know,
release date of
I
that
love the
before
game
GameStop told
visually,
me.
but, you know,
I love the
What
music
complaints
from
have I
that
been
game.
hearing
Me
about
too.
Street Fighter 4?
I think you really couldn't have done better than hip
Well,
hop
for
and
one thing, people
what
are
is it?
bitching about the
And
graphics
Big
in the
Jazz.
game, or just the fact that there is graphics in the game and not 2D sprites.
And therefore they assume it's going to suck. No joke, people are actually complaining, going, "Oh my god!"
I love it when you do that.
I sound like Homer Simpson when I talk like that in this microphone.
Hello, my name is Homer Simpson.
That's not Homer Simpson's voice at all.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
12 and Blaze Blue, and they both have 2D sprites. But don't go judging the quality of
That's
games.
the graphics, and I still stand by that, by the way.
Mhm.
Whatsoever.
Like, I've been playing games that aren't graphically strong, and I'm loving them more
Regular 3D games.
than most games with a big $3 million budget behind
Another
it.
bizarre reaction I keep
Mhm.
hearing is the fact that the Street Fighter 4 roster is nearly the same as the Street Fighter.
Now, this is something else. The Street Fighter 4 roster, it's the same as Street Fighter 2. The reason why they did that is because Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, while it is remembered as one of the greatest fighting games ever made, when it was released, it failed.
Just for the fact that there's a complete lack
Yet
of
for some reason,
guile.
so that's probably why Capcom decided to use the Street Fighter 2 roster and have it take place before 3.
Because the 2 roster is more popular than the 3 roster.
Yeah, the 3 roster, it's probably remembered now, but like I said back then, nobody gave a shit about Street Fighter 3. This was like, it was basically released at the wrong time in the wrong place. Oh yeah, that graphical comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's been saying that the characters are. I still stand by it. The character models do not bug me at all.
Yeah,
People saying
same here.
it's like, oh my god, they're overly muscular. Well, they're fucking martial artists.
I know.
Like, at least it's not Street Fighter 2, the anime movies designs, where
Storyline thus
Honda
far in the
actually
Street
has
Fighter
like a rib
series.
cage of
Well,
ripped
other
abs
than the
above a
fact that
belly
it takes
fat.
place between 2 and 3, and fans usually call it Street Fighter 2.5 for that, there's also been some complaints that Vice.
Now, funny thing is, the guy I mentioned on YouTube, he eventually did find this video.
Uh-huh.
And he commented like the biggest jackass ever.
Oh, well, yeah.
I actually made a follow-up video insulting the guy. And he said he would debate me under the table. He never did. Which kind of disappointed me because I so wanted to do it too.
Well, you know, most of those guys, they bark, but they never bite.
No, they don't. And the guy was talking like he was definitely exposing himself as a fanboy at the time because he was saying stuff like, "All hail the true king, the king of Fighters 12," which turned out to be a mediocre, overpriced game.
So Ryu and Akuma fighting, and they looks like they're pointing out hints that he's still alive.
Yeah, the Goken thing. Now, this is the part where I'm like, man, who cares about the story in Street Fighter 4, man? They don't even care. Like, they changed Sagat's backstory so many times.
Maybe on another rant, I can tell you what issues I have about Fight
The
Game.
powers of a god, a king has no need.
My first video, it may not be my best.
Fucking Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
No, man. Or even give me a video response of what you think about Street Fighter 4.
Hey, Sagat,
I
maybe
mean,
you should...
video responses, but like I said, it was mostly comments, and people like I said, they were like, wow, people are actually complaining that the graphics Street Fighter 3. Wow, really? Oh, damn. You know, like I said, the reception was generally positive. It was rated 5 stars several times back when they had that rating system on YouTube. Remember that?
Yep.
Now it's all thumbs or invisible lines.
Lightsabers.
Yeah, well, not anymore, dude. They don't even color the dislike red anymore.
Aw,
No, I think it's gray.
that sucks.
So yeah, that's how it came to be. And afterwards, I started making other videos, but man, did they suck. I was experimenting with Let's Plays. That sucked. I was doing some really mediocre reviews. Those sucked.
S-Play.
Well, S-Play was an intentional parody, but that was before this. Keep in mind, I'm talking about videos I made before
Okay.
the East Side World Order was founded. But yeah, some of those videos of the EWO weren't that good either. But maybe.
Good times, am I right? Good times.
Oh man, we started. we 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 fell the same way the NWO did, actually.
Egos and bullshit.
Yep, and mismanagement as well.
And then Eric Bischoff got involved.
So, yeah. Did put a lot of thought into making that video, even though it was a simple rant. I don't really put that much thought into the videos I make now, which is probably why they're not getting very much reception now. But, I still like this video. It was the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I recorded this with an Xbox Live Potato. But hey, at the time, I was at college. The microphone I eventually got was actually lended to me by K87 Jury. I mentioned that before. And then I got new mics, and they all break, and then I got some new ones, and those break, and I got this one that's been around for like 2 years, but I bet this one's gonna break eventually.
Just like Xbox.
Yeah.
Got anything more to add?
Well, my thoughts on Street Fighter 4. You know, I like that one. I like Super Street Fighter 4, but I really did not care about Arcade Edition because I do not care about the new editions.
I can't even remember about what the new editions are.
Yun Yang, Oni Akuma, and Evil Ryu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Isn't Oni just a recolored Akuma?
Yeah, that's what I said. I call him Oni Akuma. I don't just call him Oni. Because it's fucking Akuma.
And evil Ryu. He's got red eyes now. Completely different. Yin and Yang from Street Fighter 3, the two clone brothers. Woo!
Hey man, you're gonna get a lot of hate. I know a lot of Yun players.
Now, no, in all seriousness, they are really good characters. If you know how to work them.
Yeah. Duo Maxwell and Troy Barton. Well, yeah, I think I'm dragging this out for too long. That's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this one. I don't know what the next memory lane's going to be. I don't know when are we going to do it. It usually our schedules have to come to a compromise, so that's why we're not uploading them frequently. I bet a lot of people will want to see that, but yeah, I just don't know what's the next video I could do. I do want to do one of my old S-Play videos, but I didn't save that one.
Aw.
Yeah, I know, and it was the one where I just review a bunch of video games and crapped on them for a lack of Mega Man, and which kind of sucks because I want to tell how that story came to be too.
Oh, that's an interesting story too.
Yeah, it yeah, it was inspired by Random DCE's Smash Bros. Brawl review, but the idea didn't really come from me. A friend of mine who you do not know because he doesn't like the idea of posting anything online. He's a hardcore PC gamer, and he's a guy who really hates Nintendo.
Ah.
Really hates Nintendo. Hates the N64. He dropped them. Yeah, he dropped them after he dropped them when they made the N64, and decided to stick with Sony PlayStation at the time.
How do you hate the N64? What?
He's actually got good reasons.
All right.
Let's be honest. It is a good system. I used to own it. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But the technological disadvantages were a problem. Also, good luck if you're an RPG fan. Good luck if you have that console only, because there was like only what 3 or 4 RPG games in there.
Hey, fuck you! Quest 64's the shit.
Really? How come nobody talks about like they talk about Chrono Trigger? So he stopped supporting Nintendo way back to N64. However, I did show him DC's Brawl review, and when he got to the point where he's like, Brawl loses support for no Mega Man, he's like, boy, that's a pretty unprofessional review. Like, you really can't just take a whole point off just because a certain character that you like wasn't on there and stuff. And later on, when we hanged out at Arby's, he gave me an idea for videos. Like, dude, you should totally like make a bunch of joke reviews and of video games, and then just rip on them because Mega Man's not in there, even though Mega Man has zero business for being there in the first place. So while we were eating at Arby's, we were actually bouncing ideas off of each other. It's like, Space Invaders has no Mega Man. This game sucks, man. What? What Punch Out doesn't have Mega Man? Fuck this game. Just, I had a ball, and then this was around the time when Eastside Steve got the S-Play idea, which was partially inspired by some ideas he got from friends of his. Particularly, he had the idea to review Metal Gear Solid 4, but show gameplay footage of the first MGS for PS1, and complain that the graphics suck. So he created S-Play, and I'm like, well, that's a perfect place to put my little parody video up there. I'll just make it as an S-Play video. And I just remember doing just straight up montage. I don't even remember the games. I wish I did, but... And as a result, it became a running gag for most S-Play videos. We had several. We had, like, this game sucks because Mega Man isn't in it. This game sucks because it's a sequel or it's part of a particular company that we have a biased hatred towards.
Just like the real X-Play.
Yeah, well, actually, I thought of it as, like, parodying reviewers in general. Because most reviewers end up being like X-Play. Whether they're IGN or just some schmuck on YouTube.
Yeah, fuck this game. It's not Call of Duty.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had the graphics. See, oh god, what else? Oh yeah, the graphics. They're not Gears of War, so loses a point. Despite the fact that I think Gears of War's graphics are pretty lame. Lack of color.
Hope you like brown.
Gray and more brown.
You know what's sad? I actually saw a comparison where it's like the 3 top FPS of the year, and they all look the fucking same.
Yeah, I know what image you're talking about. That's a very common image. It's true though, man. Most FPSs nowadays, I just want someone to make another Doom so badly.
They should make an FPS where it's nothing but like rainbow colors,
Hmm.
but have it be like the most serious plot in the world.
Okay, I dragged this video on forever, explaining that. I guess I just wanted to tell you how the exploit video came to be, but like I said, it's missing in action, so I can't find it. I have the other two exploit videos, but I really do not like them as much as the first one I did. So that's all I have to say. Sorry about the extra stuff. With that said, Darkscream217 signing out.
Big Al, over and out.